I think his name is Marquise. I think it's Marquise. Done knocked out Hilalala. He knocked out Hilalala. I wonder why. I don't know, but we finna find out. Here we go.
Police continue their search tonight for this man, Marquise Potts, who is accused in the fatal stabbing of his girlfriend. Investigators releasing his name and photo within the last 2 hours. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Bill Barajas. Houston police say this incident started as a case of domestic violence. The scene
Domestic love. Go ahead.
unfolded just after 7 last night at the New Hope housing apartment complex in Northeast Houston.
The New Hope housing apartments, when it be like New Hope, is that like apartments for where domestic love relationship people break up and go? I don't know.
KPRC2's Corley Peel shares what we've learned about the suspect.
Records show Potts has a lengthy criminal history. In 2021, he pled guilty to stabbing a different woman. He didn't serve time in jail, but he has been on probation. Beyond the walls at the New Hope housing apartment complex, officers found a woman with multiple stab wounds Saturday night. Her boyfriend, Marquez Potts, is accused of taking her life. Neighbors are concerned knowing he's on the run.
I hope they catch him.
I spoke with Dr. Kant Terrell, who is the founder and CEO of Fresh Spirit Wellness. She says services at her organization went up 200% during the pandemic and have remained steady.
200% it went up during the pandemic. I told y'all, when the pandemic, we actually had to live with one another 24 hours, and we realized that we really don't like each other like that.
We do know that
When that baby shot that baby out for her representative because it's on heavy sugar. Go ahead.
domestic violence is a pattern, and it's about power and control. And so, yes, absolutely, typically death is not the very first incident. It has built.
Dr. Terrell says women typically return to their abusers 7 times. Money, living situations, and children can play a factor.
Yes, these are the things that play a factor in these domestic love relationship. You say 200% means that folks can't spend that kind of time together. Exactly. Exactly. Listen, have y'all ever noticed like when somebody loses their job, the other person really gets aggravated? And it's really not so much about, okay, you just stop making money or you is losing money because you're not working. It's because you spending too much time with me. You know what I'm saying? You was interrupting the flow of things. You got to go out there and do something. You just can't be around here all doggone day. You know? So we got to not be around each other to make things work. Like they used to say, you got to give a person a chance to miss you.
We really advocate getting some professional help. You know, family and friends try to help, but there's safety plans and safety measures that need to be taken.
For now, it's unclear where Potts could be.
I hope he do some time so he won't come back out here and do it again. And then for her, since she's gone, I'm sorry that happened. My condolences go to the family.
Dr. Terrell said,
How do you automatically have sympathy for the dead? I know. You never even ask yourself that right there. But how do you automatically have sympathy for the dead? You don't know what the dead had done did. Can we just be honest? We don't know what the dead had done did. Now, I'm not saying that she did something, but I'm saying that she did something. This ain't his first rodeo. He used to stabbing babies out here in these streets. She was supposed to know that, right? He said, yeah, I'm messing up the secret hunching. Girlfriends keep marriages together. Facts. You know what I'm saying?
as staying in an abusive relationship and trying to make things work is never successful. Again, Potts is still on the run, so if you have any information about where he is, you are urged to call HPD.
I'm finna try to argue a point that she just made. Let's see if I can argue this point real good.
For her, since she's gone, I'm sorry that happened.
I'm gonna try.
My condolences go to the family.
Dr. Terrell said,
Hold on. We need some more likes. These likes should have been over 500. Come on, y'all. We popping. Damn it, we popping. It's hump day. We woke up now. We awoke right now. Here we go. I'm finna try to argue. Let's see if I do it good.
as staying in an abusive relationship and trying to make things work is never successful.
Stop. staying in an abusive relationship and trying to stay in a abusive relationship, did she say it never?
My condolences go to the family.
Dr. Terrell says staying in an abusive relationship and trying to make things work is never successful.
Never successful.
Again, Potts
in a domestic love relationship. All right, cute. Do y'all know not being in a domestic love relationship don't last either? You see how they try to discourage us from being in a domestic love relationship? If you don't be in a domestic love relationship, your relationship will last. Well, hell, domestic love relationships last a long, long time too. And we have proof. You know, hell, even damn it, we did a story where a chick said, if I'm not mistaken, that she had done been sex trafficked for like 21 years or something like that right there. I was like, bitch, y'all married. What is we talking about? You know, but relationships of domestic actually last a long time. Look at these relationships now, to where ain't nobody being domestic lovers at all. They breaking up like that. They breaking up like that. Why? Because they don't care about each other. Don't let these people discourage you from a domestic love relationship. I'm trying to tell you something. Show your love. That's what a domestic love relationship is. You show your love physically, not just with your talking. Physically, you got to hug and love one another, feel on one another. Don't let them go even when they want to break up. You don't let them go when they want to break up. Show them that they love you. I'm just saying, I just tried to argue that point because she was like, they never work. Non-domestic love relationship don't work either. So we all failing and failures out here. The hell. I know some domestic love relationship that have last longer than non-domestic love relationships. Get your life right. I know some people who've been beating on each other for 30 years, 20-some years right now. They love each other to death, literally. Stop discouraging people. Sick of y'all just be talking, trying to get fans out here. Oh, we got another player.